Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome back to Getting Blue right here on SE Scoops. She adjusts her camera, but I didn't need to. Mine's straight. I'm Steve Fall. She's Miss Chrissy Love. How you doing today?
I'm okay. Yourself? I mean, I could be better, but hey,
Hey, the world's upside down and inside out, but I'm going to show you what it's all about. We're talking about Smackdown, the good, the bad, the what the heck moments, and of course, at the end of the program, we hand out the, we should just start calling it, the Sami Zayn Award, the most valuable entertainer.
He definitely is an entertainer. Well, let's just get right to it. Yes, he's mine. So I'm guessing he's yours too.
What? No, he's actually not mine this week because I had to rename the Most Valuable Entertainer Award to the Sami Zayn Award, but he's not going to get it this week. It's going to go to Shotzi because I like Shotzi a lot. Shotzi. She finally qualified for Money in the Bank. When I saw her taking on Tamina, I also got a little nervous because I was like, wait, The Rock just bought Tamina a house.
Yeah,
maybe they want The Rock to tweet out, oh, congratulations, Tamina. Your house now can have the Money in the Bank briefcase in it. I'm like, they're going to make this woman win because she is related to The Rock.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that didn't happen.
You're right. Thankfully. I mean, I could give it to somebody else, but I'll give it to somebody else then. Since you changed.
Okay. Who is it?
Ready? I'm going to give it to Natalya.
Yes.
She did Ronda Rousey better than Ronda Rousey.
I know.
Makeup and all. Like, how do you do that?
I'll be honest. I was attracted to this Natalya dressed as Ronda. I'm not attracted to Ronda dressed as Ronda.
No.
But seeing Natalya in that Ronda gear, baddest. Oh.
And if one, she's talked the best. Two, this is the best I've ever seen Natty. I'm like, what is this is better when she was on NXT going against the girl with the skateboard. So I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is this evolution of Natalya is just awesome. I'm here for it, and I loved her. She should be here for Halloween. Like, it's cool. It's okay.
She should always be. People are obviously texting you about Natalya dresses Ronda Rousey right now.
I'm putting them on Do Not Disturb.
Because it's taken over the wrestling world. That is actually my good moment. Natalya dressed as Ronda coming out. I loved it so much. And then Ronda coming out. This is like Ronda with the microphone. She's like, so that's what I think of when Ronda speaks.
So no, she comes out with the mic like, so Natty. Whatever. I think it was you that tweeted out like maybe that you think Natty wrote everything for both of them.
Yeah, probably.
Was that you? Yeah, she probably did. She just need to keep writing for her because everything else is just not good.
And like the fact that Ronda has to be like, oh, this is the most relevant you've been since because you're wrestling me. And it's like, and then she talks about charisma. Oh, excuse me? Charisma?
You have none.
If I had a glass right here, it'd be empty. Where is it? Where's the charisma? There's no charisma. Ronda Rousey has not had charisma since her match with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch a couple of years ago.
3 years ago, friend.
Maybe pushing out that baby took all of her charisma.
The mason jar is empty, and I don't know how she's going to get it full.
Possibly never. And Natalya, and listen, I can admit it. Natalya, every time she's been around for a long time, and she's always she's constantly up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Mm-hmm. There's no consistency to her, and so I admit it that when you see Ronda versus Natalya on paper, you're like, well, obviously Ronda's winning,
right?
But when she came out dressed as Ronda and she's cutting these scathing promos on Twitter, making fun of Ronda Rousey, I've been like,
her Twitter fingers are lethal.
Yes, that's what I think people want to see. They want to see the shoots. But we don't see that. But we got to see her dress as Ronda tonight, and I was very happy with that. So
I was pleasantly surprised when I seen her come out, and then she had the baby stroller. I was like, "Oh, this is hilarious! This is great! Whoever did this, whoever wrote this segment, shout out to you guys. Did you see that one?
I tip my hat to you if I was wearing one. My imaginary John Cena hat. So yes, mine is Natalya dressed as Ronda as my good moment. What was your good moment?
My good moment had to be Pat
McAfee challenging Corbin.
Oh, well, Pat McAfee is always golden. So yeah, I can use Pat. Thank you for that one, friend. Yeah. Him on the mic is always golden, and he's always putting Michael Cole in this place or like doing something great. Yeah, so give it to Pat, sure.
Calling Corbin a douchebag over and over and over on TV when you're like, is this PG? Is this PG? Does anyone know what this is rated anymore?
They let him do whatever he wants to.
I know. I was reading like he shows up like super late in the afternoon, doesn't want to know what's going on, just wants to sit in the chair and react live and get on the WWE corporate jet and goes back home. That's the best life there is.
And he gets paid for all of it. It's great. So
and he gets to wrestle on WrestleManias and SummerSlam. So Corbin versus Pat McAfee should be a fun match at SummerSlam.
So I'm looking forward to that. SummerSlam. Oh, so we're doing this early now. We're setting a SummerSlam card right. Well, I guess because I guess.
Well, because Money in the Bank is next week, and you really don't need matches on that because it's Money in the Bank. So you have 2 ladder matches, and I think Usos are going to fight Street Profits. And then you have Ronda versus Natalya.
I keep forgetting that SummerSlam is like at the end of next month. That's why I'm like, why are we doing this? But we have to set up for. We're not even going to think about this pay-per-view because we have to think about the next one, which is so close. Because we're going to do stuff in September for the
Clash of the Castle.
So we're not doing anything for August.
It'll be so funny. It'll be like we'll be almost to SummerSlam, and they'll be like, "We just booked the main event for Survivor Series." It's like.
Right. That. Yep.
What?
Yep.
What?
How?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? How?
Moving on though to the bad. Every week it seems to be going on. My juices. They are not being titillated with guilty pleasures. I blame Adam Pearce. It's his birthday, so he obviously was celebrating, possibly hungover. And yet, Max Dupree demands 68.3-degree water from the local springs to be in the room with his models. But yet, we don't get this. Max Dupree is disgusted, just like me. I'm disgusted with you, Adam Pearce. Unhappy birthday. Unhappy birthday to you, Adam Pearce, for not titillating my juices. Were your juices titillated tonight?
No.
That's a personal question. Whoa! Before I get sued or arrested, let me back up. My juices were titillated. They're gonna be next week. They're gonna be next week. This week, I'm so distraught that my words and my brain, they're not working together right now because Adam Pearce, unhappy birthday to you, sir, for stealing such a monumental moment. Then now forever together? No.
So is Max Dupree now like LA Knight, but not still on TV or not doing anything? Because it took him a long time to get in the ring.
Yeah. There's a couple of theories out there that I gotta undo my notes. Excuse me. I have a feeling though that next week or whenever it happens, it probably is Max Dupree is the male model, which I would love. The reason he can't be out there is because he's backstage. Or it's going to be like this Veer situation where eventually whoever shows up, it's like T-Bar or like Mace or
because they're still on the roster.
Huh?
They're still on the roster.
They're still there. They still work.
They're still there. They still have them in catering. Okay.
So getting paid. Hey, doesn't matter if you're in catering. You're still cashing those checks. I think those people don't understand. They're like, oh, they're in catering. They're still getting paid. They're getting paid actually not to work.
Yeah, they do house shows and then, stay in the back.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go to a house show and see Mansoor, but that's just me. Moving on though, what is your bad? What were your juices not titillated as well?
For Ricochet, yes. Ricochet. I mean, I knew he was going to lose, but not like that. It was bad, friend. It was really sad to see Ricochet at this point in time just violated to this degree. He's so much better. Violate is a strong word, I guess. Okay, maybe not that. But yeah, it just didn't work for me, friend. Poor Ricochet. I was just sitting there. I was like, was it 24 seconds maybe? I don't know. How many seconds? It was really bad. I felt really bad for Ricochet. And he clotheslined him so bad. I was like, ooh, no, that's not it.
It's interesting you said that because today I interviewed, his name is Victor Perry. He is a school teacher and he has a wrestling club, and he's currently has a GoFundMe, and he's trying to raise money, $15,000 to get a bunch of kids to go to WrestleMania. And I asked him, like, oh, what kind of wrestlers do the kids like? And Ricochet was like one of the top three.
Yeah.
Interesting that you bring up Ricochet because, you know, he gets his butt kicked, but yet people still like him.
Want to hear another fun fact?
Let's hear it.
Mr. Perry teaches my kids.
What? Are your kids in the wrestling club?
They're not in the wrestling club because it's only for the sixth graders.
Sixth graders, he told me that.
So my sons are in 7th and 5th, so they'll be going. So my younger son will be in the wrestling club next year. He said I have to be in the club next year. So
wow, yeah, the fact that Sasha Banks came to that school,
and I was very upset with Mr. Perry. He me and him had words, and I had words with the principal as well. I called.
Yeah, but you did. I
did. Yeah, I sure enough did. You're absolutely right. Don't do me like that.
Dude, I talked to him. It was a field day. It was a field trip that day. All the kids went to Times Square and they went bowling. Your kids went bowling that day in Times Square. Okay?
That sounds like a personal problem that my kids should have they would have rather seen Sasha Banks. When they heard that Sasha Banks was at the school, they was like, I would have rather seen Sasha Banks.
But it wasn't for everybody. It was for the wrestling club.
Yeah, but the principal's daughter was in the wrestling club.
What grade is the principal's daughter in?
She's in the 6th grade.
Okay, because that's how the cutoff is for that is 6th grade. Just letting you know.
We can talk about it, but it's okay. I'm still in my feelings. It's okay. No worries.
You're funny. So is your bad Mr. Perry not letting your kids go to see Sasha Banks?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You've changed it.
I'm gonna change it. Yep. Okay. But I'm happy you got to meet Mr. Perry. He's a great guy. He's a wonderful person. And he cares about the kids so much. And just happy to bring a love of wrestling to kids like me. I wish I had Mr. Perry when I was growing up.
I talked to him about that. I got a little teary-eyed talking to him because I was like, my guidance counselor told me I'd amount to nothing. And I'm here talking to you. I talk to wrestlers. I have fun, whatever. But I remember bumping into my guidance counselor years later. I wasn't working in TV, but I was working somewhere, and I spotted her, and
Did you give it a bird?
I gave her my piece. And I said, what a piece of garbage you are for saying that to a student. Because you know what? The straight A students don't need help. You know who needs help? The people who have F's and D's. And if you just let them fall through the cracks, that's where society ends up. You think a straight A student needs extra help? No. No, they're already doing it fine on their own. You know who needs help? The troublemakers, the kids who are lost. We could talk about my life forever. Let's move on. The what the heck moment, moment is Lacey Evans. Babyface? Heel? Who are you? What are you? Is your dad still drunk? I'm confused because I feel like I'm drunk watching this shit.
I am so happy you've said this. And then also we have the other side of the what the heck is like now we have Shayna Baszler and we have the Xylee on the other side as like bad. Well, was Xylee a good guy like a week and a half ago? Now she's a bad guy? What's happening?
Well, what's weird is you have Sonya Deville who's bad. So you put her out there in a handicap match against two baby faces. So I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be mad. I want two people to beat up one person,
right?
But this person's bad. It should have been Sonya Deville, Xylee, Shayna Baszler, 3 versus the 2 Raquel and Lacey. Oh, that makes sense. Sympathy for baby faces, but we didn't get that. No. 2-on-1 outside interference.
Correct. Just the whole match didn't make sense. The whole scenario was just like, no. That's just like the beginning of the show too. But we're not going to talk about that either.
And Lacey Evans stealing Ezekiel's arm tassels. That's not cool with me. That's not cool with me. Doesn't she know?
She had the arm tassels on, which I was like, why does she have on tassels? Like her outfit doesn't there's nothing cohesive about anything she has on. It doesn't look good.
It looks like we're going to tell my 2-year-old to go to his dresser and pick out his outfit. And he ends up with his shorts are on backwards. His 2 different socks. He's wearing his sister's shirt somehow. He's got Crocs on one foot and shoes on the other. That's what Lacey Evans looks like. Lacey Evans looks like my 2-year-old child dressing themselves or someone in the dark. Oh, this looks good. Dark, I guess I'll put this on. And then I'm confused because I'm not a woman. So what the hell is she wearing? Like a onesie with pants on?
It's a bodysuit, but her bodysuit is so it's so cut narrow that it looks like Lita. So you got to see the open area, like it's like cut out almost, but it doesn't look good at all on her. No, Lita was a young girl at the time when she was doing it. You're a lady of a certain age that don't need to do that, friend. Sorry.
Right. You're a mom. All right.
Not even mom. Moms could be sexy, but I just don't feel like instead of having pants, maybe put on shorts. Or I don't know. You don't have to have the whole leotard, or put on a whole onesie, maybe like a whole one piece, like Natalya. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. This is not working though. This outfit is not working.
So that was my bad, I guess, would be Lacey Evans dressing in the dark and not knowing if she's a baby face or a heel.
Yeah, mine is Xia Li, not knowing what side to be on what team to be helping out or whatever. Yeah, it's really bad.
I'm here to help you. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
You're not the protector if you're doing this, friend. You're not, because you didn't protect us.
I don't know what's happening in this world. At least all the women were on. At least see some fresh faces on SmackDown. I was happy with that. I'm like, oh, cool. We have Natalya being an extra uber baby heel. We have Xia Li on TV. Shotzi Blackheart wins a match. I love Shotzi. So seeing new faces makes new matches.
And they let her win this time, which is great. She lost badly before. So
yes, and my pencil just broke.
My
pencil just broke. I don't know what's good. Oh, it's sad. So just like my juices weren't titillated, my pencil is no longer titillated. We must give a SmackDown either a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a thumbs in the middle. But you put our hands up like this. You okay? Struggling to put your arm up?
I'm kind of in the middle. I don't know.
All right, here we go. 3 and 2 and 1. Boop. Boop, boop, beep, beep, boop. That's right, folks. Thumbs in the middle for both of us here because, again, SmackDown.
Sandwich was soggy.
Oh, sandwich was soggy. Is it like when you have a sandwich, you go to the beach and you go take a bite and you're like, what the F? There's sand in this already? How? How is this possible?
Or how about you bite it and then it's just start to slide down the bum, the bread.
There's certain foods I won't eat in public, and one is barbecue ribs. That's because when you start biting them, it's like creating this Joker smile on your face. Suddenly you're carving in barbecue ribs. So I guess the SmackDown is messy me eating barbecue ribs or a soggy sandwich. All in all, thumbs in the middle for SmackDown. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope, as I always say, I hope your juices were titillated with guilty pleasure. Folks, we'll see you next time. I need to get off this before I say anything worse. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Toodles.